Today, we're diving into a chapter from the Quran that's said to literally argue for you on the Day of Judgment. It's called Surah Al-Mulk, or the Dominion, and through its verses and some classic commentary, we're going to explore its answers to some of the biggest questions out there. Why are we here? What happens next? And, how are we ultimately held accountable for it all?
Right off the bat, the commentary hits us with the profound weight of this chapter. There's a saying from the Prophet Muhammad that promises this surah will act as your advocate, your defender, that it will actually intercede on behalf of its reciter until he is forgiven. So think about that. This isn't just something you read, it's almost like a lifelong companion that has your back even after death. It's a powerful idea, and we're going to unpack what it really means.
All right, so what's the central message here? Well, at its very core, this chapter frames our entire existence, life, death, the whole thing, as a divine test. And the commentary really dives into what that actually means for us.
Now, this is a crucial point the commentary makes. The verse doesn't ask who does the most deeds, it asks who is best in deed. That little word changes everything, right? It shifts the whole focus from quantity to quality. It's suggesting that life isn't about just ticking off a bunch of boxes. It's about the sincerity, the intention, and the excellence you bring to every single action. It's a qualitative test, not a quantitative one.
So, to really ground this whole idea of a divine test, the surah tells us to just look around. Look at the physical world as the evidence. The commentary highlights the example of the seven heavens, all created in this perfect, beautiful harmony. This perfection is presented as a sign, a reflection of the Creator's absolute power and wisdom. It's like looking at a flawless masterpiece to understand the master artist. And then the surah throws down this direct challenge to every single one of us. It asks you to scan the skies and try to find a flaw, a single rift. The commentary explains that no matter how hard you look, your eyes will come back humbled, exhausted, because you can't find a single imperfection. And the argument is, if the creation is this flawless, then the Creator must be flawless. And that test he's put us in? Yeah, it's very, very real.
Okay, so from the test in this life, the chapter shifts to the consequences in the next. And this is where it gets incredibly intense. The commentary paints this vivid and frankly chilling scene of a conversation that happens when that test is failed. So picture the scene that the commentary describes, a raging, simmering fire, so angry it's about to burst. And as a group of people are thrown into it, it's not a silent punishment. A dialogue begins. This is that final, inescapable moment of accountability. And listen to the very first question they're asked. It isn't an accusation. It's a question of justice. Did no warner come to you? The commentary really stresses this. The punishment only comes after a clear warning has been given. It establishes that everyone had a chance to hear the message. And here's their admission. There are no excuses, no denials. They confess. Yes, a warner did come to us, but we rejected him. They make a choice. The responsibility is placed right on their own shoulders. And this leads to just a devastating confession. They pinpoint exactly what went wrong. They refuse to listen, and they refuse to use their own intelligence. As the commentary notes, they had two tools at their disposal, revelation and reason, and they used neither. It's the ultimate regret, right? Realizing that the very things that could have saved you were right there in your hands the whole time. This really brings us to a stark contrast, a tale of two completely different fates. On one side, you have the dwellers of the blazing fire. They rejected the warning. They confess their sin way too late, and they face a terrible destination. But then, on the other side, the surah shows us a totally different path for those who fear their Lord unseen. They heeded the warning, they get forgiveness, and they earn a great reward. So, what about those who do pass the test? The surah pivots to describe their reward, and it's all based on this really powerful concept, having faith in what you can't see. The commentary gives us this beautiful, simple definition. Fearing God unseen is all about your private character. It's who you are when nobody else is watching. It's having the integrity to do good and avoid wrong, not for public applause, but simply out of your sincere, personal relationship with the Creator. And the reward for that kind of sincerity? It's immense. The commentary explains their sins are forgiven and they get an abundant and great reward. And to give you a sense of just how great, it even cites a hadith saying these people will be among the very few who are sheltered by God on the Day of Judgment when there is no other shade. Just let that sink in. But the chapter doesn't just leave us thinking about the afterlife. It powerfully pulls our attention right back to the here and now, to the fragile reality of our own world and our complete dependence on the one who has dominion over everything.
Yeah, this final section really serves as a powerful reality check. After we've contemplated the perfection of the heavens and the realities of what comes next, the surah forces us to look at our immediate surroundings and ask ourselves, how secure are we, really?
I mean, the surah poses this stunning question. It takes the solid ground right under our feet, the ultimate symbol of stability, and asks if we truly feel safe from it just sinking away and starting to quake. It's a direct challenge to our feeling of being secure and in control of our world. And the challenge just keeps coming, moving from the earth to the sky. Or do you feel safe that he won't send a violent, gravel-filled wind against you? The commentary explains this isn't just any storm. It's a reminder of just how vulnerable we are to the forces of nature, forces that are under a much higher command.
Ultimately, all these questions about safety, they lead back to the fundamental question of provision. The commentary brings up the verse that asks, who else could possibly provide for you if the ultimate provider were to hold back his sustenance? This takes the big abstract idea of divine power and brings it right down to the most basic element of our survival.
And the chapter leaves us with this final, piercing question about the most essential element of life. Imagine if all our water just sank away, deep into the earth, beyond the reach of any of our technology. The question just hangs in the air. Who then could possibly bring us the flowing water we depend on every single moment? The surah leaves us with that thought, a profound reminder of where true dominion really lies and our inescapable accountability to that source.